Well, we are leaving Pennsylvania right now. We've been up here for several months, longer than we expected. We were renovating one of the apartment units that we own, and our contractor turned out to be a deadbeat. So Lynn and I and my daughter decided we're going to renovate it ourselves, and we had a lot of fun doing it, but it took a couple of months. Actually, it took us 8 weeks to renovate this place. Came out beautiful. We got it renovated. We have it rented now to a wonderful new tenant, so we are free again. So we're heading down to Florida. We're going to leave this, beautiful fall weather, but it's going to be getting cold soon, and we're going to head down to Florida for a few weeks, do some boat chores. A couple little things we want to get done, and just, visit the boat, make sure everything's in order, and hit some of the bars down in Florida, I suppose. We're going to spend maybe about 3 weeks down there. Our plan is to come back up to Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving, since Lynn is kind of the host of our northern family for Thanksgiving. And so that's the plan. We'll see you along the way, and we'll show you some of the things we're going to try to get done over the next couple of weeks. We'll see how much we can do, and then we'll see you back in Pennsylvania too.
Yeah. Roger out.
Yep. Okay. Roger out. Roger on to 95, and I'll be on that for the next 20 hours.
One look in your eyes and I find it. When you leave in my mind I rewind it. When you got it this good, you don't fight it.
Hey, we're here. We made it. It was just like that. No time at all. So easy.
I slept the last half hour.
You're right. You're in the passenger seat. I drove the whole way. Wink, wink. All right, let's go see how our boat looks. Coffee maker. All right. We do this on our one refrigerator. We put this insulation up so when it's hot in here, it doesn't, it will stay cooler inside.
Okay, so we're back at the boat. Haven't been here since August. It's now, October 30th, I believe. So 3 months, about 90 days we've been gone, and it's amazing how some things can break while you're gone and you're not even here. Main reason we came back is we have this mystery leak that we've been trying to solve for about 3-4 years. Just a tiny little leak, but we were determined, we have a good idea where it's coming from now. We were determined to fix it, and that's one of the main reasons we're here. But when we got here, first thing we noticed was our one refrigerator has died. The compressor's not coming on, everything. We didn't have a lot of food in it. We clear things out before we leave, so that's not an issue. It's humming, like the fan's spinning and all that, but the compressor's not on, and it's 80 degrees in it, so probably history. Yeah. Fortunately, it was not a really expensive refrigerator. We put it in, we weren't sure if we were going to like this type of setup, so we got like a $400 beverage refrigerator, so we'll probably replace it with the same thing. I guess we got 4 or 5 years out of this.
Not bad.
Yeah, whatever. More importantly to me anyway is that our air conditioning pump has seized. Now, it hasn't been run in 3 months. Maybe I can unseize it. Maybe it's just a salt air. I don't know. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we haven't eaten anything all day, and I'm thinking, you know what? It's going to drop down to the 60s tonight. I'll worry about it tomorrow. So we'll see if I can get that running again. If not, I'm going to have to replace the air conditioning pump. And we do have a portable air conditioner in case I really, really want something and I can't find the pump right away. Other than that, we're going to work on the leak. We got a couple, that little mystery leak, and we have a couple other little things we want to do. Our back door's not sliding well, and we got some new seats for our upper helm.
Totally cool.
Yeah, we're going to install those, and just a bunch of little things, but just to keep us on the boat, doing little boat chores, which we kind of find fun, actually. Mostly fun. I don't like being under the engine. I don't like doing oil changes, but most things I find fun. And then we're going to enjoy the town. We haven't been here in 3 months. We haven't seen any of our friends here at the dock or any of our friends in Melbourne or Cocoa or New Smyrna. So we plan to have a fun time while we're getting stuff done. So Talk to you on the way. No, we're not going anywhere. Talk to you while we're doing this.
Roger.
Roger. Okay, well, let's take a look at this air conditioning pump. Got my light here. Okay. And zoom that down a little bit. Okay, well, the pump is down here on the side of the starboard engine. And, well, first thing I notice is there's some specks of water around it. That shouldn't be. This should be a dry area. And this is not an enclosed motor. It uses air to cool itself, and you can see a little bit of corrosion. So whatever water splashed on it must have been either happening for a little while. I don't know, because you would think the water would have evaporated. So I'm not sure, but I do not see any leaks anywhere. Everything seems dry. Okay, well, that's odd. Well, in any case, I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to bring it up and see if I can get it unjammed and see if I can get it running again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go out and buy another one. Okay. This is magnetic. The way it works.
How's it looking there?
It's okay. It's just, I'm not real familiar with these magnetic ones. I don't know if this is supposed to spin. Okay.
Is it moving?
Yeah. Right. Appears to be moving okay. I can't really get in there well. Okay, well, I'm going to get a piece of electrical wire and plug it in up here and see if maybe I freed it.
Nothing?
It's buzzing, but it's not spinning.
Smack it.
Okay, well, I plugged it in, it's buzzing, it's still not spinning. I'm trying to help it along, that's not doing anything. I have one last try. I'm going to take this housing off and see if I can get it freed up, but I'm thinking I have to buy a new pump.
Damn it. How long did this one last?
About 2 years.
Yeah. Well,
two and a half, maybe, something like that.
2 years, $400.
Yeah, I think it's been like 2.5 years.
Should last longer than
But
that.
I think the problem is there's some kind of a water leak in there. Water got in is what I think. Because look at the corrosion. I mean, I know we're on a boat and there's always something, but that kind of indicates to me that this may have gotten wet somehow.
This pump's not supposed to. The original pump we had in.
Yeah, it was sealed and it was water cooled. This one's not. But the original pump, I've talked about it before. I got tired of rebuilding the damn thing, and here I am doing another pump 2 years later anyway. So it seems like every 2 years I'm doing something with an air conditioning pump. I still don't want to rebuild the other one. Plus, the other one costs 3 times as much too. So at least this one, if I have to get another one, it's not going to be $1,200 or something like that. I think this was around $4, if I remember right.
Mm. Do you know the brand name of that one?
Yeah. It's a March pump. It's a March AC5C.
Where'd you get it?
I got this in Key West, I think.
Oh, at that cool ass
Key West Marine?
Isn't that cute? Key West Marine. It's right by
Yeah, right by the bite.
yeah, right by
Okay.
Raw Bar.
Okay, well, let me get a socket and take this apart.
All right.
Okay, well, this was a little stuck and it was just a little turn, and now it's like spinning freely. So
It was just like seized a little bit.
we'll see.
Yay, we have air conditioning.
Okay.
Living the life of the rich.
Glad I didn't give up.
famous.
Sometimes it's like that. Like you think, forget it.
You know, but one step further, taking this housing off got me to get a good grip on that, and then I could turn it, and I don't know what was in there. Maybe something fell in there, but I mean, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that spinning.
Well, that's seawater that goes through there, right?
Yeah, but not in this part up here. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So,
Well, yay. Another thing off the to-do list.
well, I still have to install it.
Oh.
Still got to put it back on.
Is it a pain to put back on?
No, really. It's okay. It's not fun, but it's not.
It's not a turbo,
Yeah.
which is also on the list. Thank you. I love my sale rate, just want to say. I got Bimini repair and boat cover repair. Not too bad. Right, Cleo? And Cleo's going to help me. Okay, so this is the Bimini, and right here where this circle is, there's just a little weak point. I darned it a little bit to keep it together when we were underway, but now I'm really going to darn it. And it's not that there's a hole in there or anything, but you can see that it will be. So it's just a weak point, and to prevent it from tearing and becoming a mess, we're going to secure that. I'm going to hand darn this, and then I got some other points that I'll work on the sewing machine with, because I'm just so good at darning. Darn it. Whee! It wasn't ripped all the way through, but I could see it would be a problem. So since we have the Bimini off, I'd rather do, because the canvas itself is good. It's just something made it wear there. And okay, so I inspected before it's ready to go back up, and I actually found a hole. Can you see that right there? So I'll darn this one too before that gets bigger, and I'm just going to reinforce some of the stitching that kind of wore. But like I said before, the canvas fabric itself is pretty solid. This is just something rubbing against it, the bar or whatever. So another darn it. So I'm going to lay it flat on the ground, and I'll use this double-sided tape underneath it to keep it in place, and then we'll just buzz that along the sewing machine. Bada bing, bada boom. Once I cut it into place, I'll just take the double-sided thingy off. Whoops. And mark it. Okay. This works better than pins, and you don't have to fight with pins.
So I took the beverage refrigerator out from under the counter to see what the problem was, pulled the back off, and what I found was that the fan that cools the evaporator had melted down and wasn't working. So here, I'll show it to you. Let me just turn this camera around. Okay, well here we have the fan, which stopped working. I took the blade off of it just to get it out. Not a problem getting another fan. The problem I have, though, is that it melted the housing. It's all warped, and I'm going to try and unmelt it and put it back into shape with a heat gun. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if it's going to work. But right now I have a regular house fan blowing into the back of the refrigerator, and that's cooling things off enough that it seems to be working. It dropped from, I can say, about 90 degrees inside that refrigerator down to 65 degrees in only about 15-20 minutes. So I'm going to wait and see if it gets down to its regular temperature of 38 degrees, and if it does, I'm going to consider it a good sign, and I'm going to purchase another fan and see if I can get this thing working.
So what are you doing, Capitan?
Taking the brackets off of these cushions that I just purchased from Amazon for $70 each, and we were going to get the upper helm reupholstered because the seats were falling apart after sitting our butts on them for 6 years, I guess. And but prior to doing that, I looked online to see if I could find something that was ready-made, and I found these seats. And
I'll show it to you real quick. They're pretty cool. And they were $70 each. And, you know, who knows? You know, we weren't sure if we were going to like them or not, but we figured for $70, you know, even if we use them for one season.
So you're taking the brackets off?
Yeah, just taking the brackets off so I can mount these directly to our, you know, the existing frames of our seats instead of, you know, these were meant to be screwed into a pedestal, you know, like on a smaller boat. But and we'll see how we like it.
Be sure to tune in next week when we rip up the floor and look for that mystery leak. Oh, and a few other cool repairs as well.
Here we go.